Hello, it's Brandy back again with another video. Welcome back to Graceful 40s. Here on the channel, we focus on debt freedom, frugal living, and natural hair and faith. So I'm back with another video, and today I want to talk about the 10 things that I will not be buying in 2026. Actually, it's more like 13 things, but we're going to jump right into it. And I'm going to test out this fun intro idea. So tell me what you think in the comments. It goes something like, join the tribe, please subscribe, hit the bell, and leave a comment. So let me know if that's a good hook, because I want to put something in the channel about that stuff, but I'm still working out the kinks. So moving on. So now we're going to get into the 10 things I'm not buying in 2026. And I did do a video last year, so for 2025, if you want to check it out, it's in the playlist. But jumping right in, number one, makeup. I still have tons of makeup. I have like this Bare Minerals powder for my face that I've had for like 6 years. It's probably expired, but it's still doing its thing. So I'm not letting go. I'd like to treat the expiration as like a suggestion, okay? So I'm not gonna buy any makeup, but I will replace eyebrow pencil if I run out, and I don't think I'm probably gonna run out of the other makeup. If I do, that's like a 10% likelihood, so I'll replace it if I were to run out of my like staple products. Item number two, books. I have actually mastered not buying any more books from Amazon. I literally have a library card and I use that thing. So I use my library card, things are going great. I've actually started taking books from the library for travel and that sort of thing, but I'll circle back to travel in a little bit. So buying books, no mas, we're done. So the third thing is printer and ink cartridges. I have a printer, I have backup ink, so I'm gonna use it if I need it, but I've also been going to the public library where you can print for 15 cents for a black and white print. So I don't print tons of things, so therefore I almost bought a new printer because I couldn't figure out how to get the other one to work, and I had all this ink for it, so I was like, well, maybe just buy another one. And then I was like, no, you only print how many pages a year? Is this really necessary? Because printer ink is actually very expensive, and it makes sense to actually use your printer often if you're going to invest, at least in my opinion. Item number four, deep conditioner. I have found my holy grail DIY deep conditioner recipe. Therefore, I will no longer go to the store and pay $15 for a deep conditioner that lasts literally 2 sessions. When I can make an at-home deep conditioner that is maybe $7 plus $4, which is $11 for about a month. And that works because I actually deep condition my hair every time I shampoo, which is weekly. So that's the whole thing. And then next up, item number 5, leave-in conditioner. So I am still working out the kinks, but I have 2 different possibles for a leave-in conditioner. And so I'm really excited to test that out and figure that out in 2026. I'm close, but not quite there yet. There's one thing I want to do to add a little bit more moisture into my leave-in DIY recipe, but I know I'm like this close to mastering my leave-in conditioner, and it's super cheap, affordable, just using a few natural ingredients. So I am looking forward to that as well, but we're on the way. Things are going good. Okay, item number 6, face moisturizer. And I will not say that I moisturize my face, but I can make a DIY beef tallow moisturizer for my skin. And then I have this SPF skin tint that I use on my skin, and it's pretty good. So I'm gonna do that, so I don't need like a traditional face moisturizer. I will just make my beef tallow balm, and that's like $10 a year. Like, you just mix it with olive oil and you whip it up, and I like to infuse like rose and hibiscus into that, maybe some chamomile. So that's going to be a replacement that really brings cost down annually. Also, anti-aging skincare. I tend to make like serums and stuff. So if I really want to, I can make a vitamin C hydroluric acid serum if I want to. I don't love my serums. I mean, there's some on the channel already if you're curious, but I don't love them enough. I mean, I will have some kind of serum, but it might just be like vitamin E or something that's super basic and more affordable than like all of the like super serums that exist, because I've tried those and they're great, but I really just want to get to my basics and have peace and freedom. Fortune says what's up. Okay, so that is going to also reduce costs, because this is another opportunity for DIY where I kind of ebb and flow on it, but I'm just going to flow on it. So next up we have item number 8, movies and trips to the theater. I'm not going to, in 2026, pay to go see a movie at a theater. If I go see a movie at a theater, it is a gift to me, or I'm watching movies at home, because I love movies and I love going to the movie theater. But the issue is the concession stand will hem me up pretty quick. And also, I don't want to spend money on this pastime because I can watch movies at home. And as I'm working on preparing for a year of debt freedom, like really getting my lifestyle to match that, I don't need to go see movies at the theater when we got movies at home. So like literally, we got movies at the house. So I will not be going to the theater this year, all of 2026. Item number 9. Now this one, I really had to think about, but I'm moving forward full steam ahead. So number 9, travel. I will not be traveling by plane, boat, bus, skis, whatever, for the whole of 2026. So I just came back from seeing my family out of town, where I saved up and bought tickets for myself and my children, and we had a good time. It was expensive. I broke my budget and I was sad about it. But I learned while on this trip, I don't want to come back every 3 months like I was anticipating I would. I'm going to come back in a year, and all of those flights and like travel expenses, that's going to go to my student loans, because I'm not playing. I'm going to start like attacking my student loans, not violently, but strategically. So that's the plan. So travel money is now going to be moving over to student loan repayment and getting ahead on that. So item number 10, I still have 3 more, so stay with me. I just didn't want to put 13 because I didn't like the uneven number in my title. So fitness gear, item number 10. I walk every day. I'm also a runner / jogger kind of person, so sometimes I'll do a little 5K here and there. It's been a minute, but I am building back to getting back into running. But I have enough leggings, I have enough running shorts, I have enough tank tops, I have enough sports bras, I have enough like running socks, and I have a good pair of running shoes. So I don't need anything. I have a running backpack already, and I have water I can access. So everything I need I already have. So there's nothing I need to buy. And when my leggings start to like give up the ghost and they're moving on without me, usually they start to get like, I hope this isn't TMI, but like they get all like nubby in like the crotch and thigh area where they like peel and then start to get holy around there. So no one's really gonna see that. So I'm gonna just keep going until they start to like fall apart or the holes get too big. I could also mend them because I sew. So if I wanna like save my leggings and give them a little bit more of a season of life, then I will just mend them by hand. So no fitness gear all of 2026. Item number 11. This is the year I learned how to make laundry soap concentrate, and I'm going to get my little Zote soap, or Zote, if you know how to say it correctly, Zote soap, and I'm going to get my borax out, my baking soda, my washing powder, dupa with some water, and get it to perfection, add in some essential oils, and there we will be. And I also do make soap from scratch, so I can make my own soap and add that in there too if I don't want to buy the Zote. So that's item number 11. I am just preparing to use up what I have and then start to DIY the recipe. I've been studying recipes and I've made it before, but I didn't like that it got a little too congealed. So I still need to like perfect my measurements, which is totally possible. So that is item number 11. Item number 12, clothes. And I come and I go with this one. So like, I'm gonna hold off on buying any new clothes unless it's replacements. But even then, I question if I really need replacements for most things, because if I only have one item, then it requires a replacement. But if I have 4 pairs of jeans and something happens to one of them, do I really need to replace it when I have 3 more pairs of jeans? No. So if I get down to 1, that's the rule. I can replace it. But if I have several, then I have to use what I have. And this is a problem for me in spring and summer because I wear my dresses all spring and summer. That's my thing. I love it. It's my best time ever, best season ever. But what I would tell you is, for me, there's some dresses I invested in last summer that are just a little too matronly because I'm not 75. No offense, even 75-year-olds probably, you know, don't want to wear this the dresses that I thought were going to be good. So what I'm trying to do now is bust out the sewing machine, boop, 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 and I'm going to actually start working on doing upcycles on the fabric from the dresses that I don't really love. So maybe I have like a frumpy dress right now, and maybe I'll make it into a wrap shirt or tank top, or make it into a pencil skirt or something else, which I've done hundreds of times in the past years. So I'm gonna take all of my fabric that I would normally, or my clothes that I'm not wearing that I normally would just send off to Goodwill, and I'm gonna use that to upcycle so that way I can make new items that I love and feel comfortable to wear. So that's the thing. So last but not least, item number 13 is dairy-free yogurt. I technically have a little bit of a thing with lactose, you know, but it doesn't stop me. I'll still eat it sometimes, but I try normally with yogurt to have dairy-free yogurt. But I realized after doing a little research, you can use a crock pot and a what are they called, a nut milk bag. I can't think of what they're called, but basically you can use like the cloth that you sift liquids through. So like a nut milk bag, that's what we'll call it for today, because that is a reference. I'll try and pop a picture in the screen or something. But basically you can use that to make yogurt. So all you have to do is have, I still want to call it a nut milk bag, but I know that's not the name. But all that to say, I'm gonna start making my own dairy-free yogurt. What I realized what I need to do is probably just use lactose-free milk, and then I'm gonna be fine, because I don't know if I want to do the coconut milk and all that stuff, because I want it to taste like traditional yogurt. So that's me. So these are the 13 things I'm not buying in 2026. Some of these things will take a few edits. So my deep conditioner is good. I already know how to do that. It's done. My leave-in conditioner is good, but I actually have 2 options. So I just want to like have the clarity of which of the 2, or maybe I can combine the 2 technically. So we'll see. That's another idea right there. Okay. So other than that, everything else, like my facial moisturizer, it's just make the, you know, the tallow balm that lasts for a year plus, or for anti-aging skincare, that's just gonna be castor oil at bedtime. Boom, 1 ingredient. Also, you guys might like this. If you're a person who wants to grow out your eyelashes, you might just love rosemary infused castor oil. I don't know if you can really see what my eyelashes can do. I don't know, but they're growing and they're thick and they're long. So that's another thing that I've really mastered this year, is like rosemary infused castor oil and rosemary infused oils, which I just make at home. So super simple. But everything else is like, you know, easy to do. Sew up some clothes, make some laundry soap, make some dairy-free yogurt. So these things will save me money and also help me refine areas that I wish to like develop more skill set. So that's kind of how I chose these items. It's like, okay, I can use the things I already have. I already have plenty and I don't need more. I have enough. And that is like the best thing. The best feeling is to acknowledge you already have everything you need. And I feel like I really do have everything I need. And I feel like anything I need will present itself as needed, but I'm so excited to be getting my mindset in place because debt freedom shall be mine. So that's what I'm here to continue the conversation around. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Remember when I talked about join the tribe, please subscribe, hit the bell, and leave a comment. So please do that. And I will look forward to catching the next episode of Graceful 40s. I'm kind of on a debt recovery mindset and also frugal living mindset. So those are probably gonna be primary videos, but don't forget, I've got natural hair content coming because I've mastered my signature style for people who care. And I've also got more testimonies to share about how God has really reshaped my life, my mind, my spirit, my physical health, all the things. So I have more testimonies on the way too. Take great care and I'll see you in the next video.